The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of the staff or management of Visionary Related Entertainment.
Aloha and welcome to Maui Nonprofit Notes, where each week you will find us talking story with Maui's nonprofit executive directors and their staff to find out how they're working to support those with needs within our community. Maui Nonprofit Notes is generously sponsored by Pacific Source. If you're building or remodeling a home, please stop by Pacific Source's cabinet and appliance showroom located in the Waikapu Bayshard. I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific, and your host for Maui Nonprofit Notes. For those of you who may be listening to this show for the first time, each week during this hour we share some of the experiences of our nonprofit agencies and just how they're changing lives, changing communities, and creating miracles of hope for those with needs. Today we have quite a spectrum here. We've got the Maui Humane Society CEO, Jerlene Bryant. Hi, Jerlene.
Hi, Susie.
And we've got Polly McRoberts, who is the Restore Manager for Habitat for Humanity Maui.
Yes, good to be here.
Polly, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So we're going to start off with the Humane Society and talking about changing communities. What you've done in the first year of your CEO-ship, if that's what it's called, is incredible. Anyone who's even just driven by the facility on the highway on that's Mokulele, right?
That's correct.
Highway. I never can remember those two over there. You have to notice the difference.
I hope people do. We certainly see a big difference at the shelter, and I hope the community does too.
You've done everything from trimming some trees that were hiding a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Not all good, but I mean, you trimmed them so you could see what was going on. Yeah. You've got, I don't know, how many new little fields of things going on?
We have, well, let me back up a little bit. So the shelter's been at that location over 20 years, somewhere between 20 and 25 years. And in that time, we have never had a grass play yard for our dogs. That just didn't seem right. And so this year we made progress towards 6 play yards. 2 are completed. 3 are almost complete and still needing sod. And then we have a large 17,000 square foot agility field in under construction right now.
So why so many play yards?
So that our volunteers and our community and our animals all have a place to go and spend time with each other. So one of the play yards out in the parking lot is called Canine Corral. And specifically, its purpose is to do meet and greets with potential adopters and their dogs. Because in the past, if you brought your animal to the shelter to meet one of our shelter animals, you would have to walk your dog through our entire shelter to the back. And that can be a little bit stressful and daunting to a dog who's not used to being at the shelter, so it's not a great situation for meet and greets. We have some that aren't as successful as we would hope. So now they don't have to come in the shelter. They can be out in this shaded, grassy yard right in the front of the shelter and meet their new potential friend in a more relaxed environment.
And it's interesting that the first thing you think of after you've adopted a dog is having a place for them to play, a yard. Mm-hmm. And yet, for all these years, every time you went over to even consider adopting, whether you had another pet with you or not, you ended up in this little, I called it a cage with a chair, and that was where you got acquainted.
That's correct. And so we are looking to change that environment. It's certainly a process, but we are the Humane Society. We aren't the dog pound, and we try to, through all of these improvements and through our great customer service and our staff and our messaging and our events, we really try to educate the community that we are the Humane Society, and that old stigma of dog pound, the municipal shelter, is, it still exists somewhere in the country and in this world, but it's not here on Maui, and that's not who we are.
That's terrific, and that's good. I hadn't thought of that, but that is exactly what it felt like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were rescuing a dog from a pound.
Yes, and we want people to come and adopt from us, but not because they think that they need to rescue from us. So that was one of the play yards in the front. We have a wonderful play yard in the back that was donated by one of our supporters in memory of a dog that she lost this last year. That meant a lot to her. And our volunteers really utilize that area to come and exercise our dogs and give them a break from their kennels. And then the other 3 are just going to be the ones that are awaiting sod, or just for our volunteers, and additional meet and greet areas. And then certainly our agility yard, we're excited about that because we're going to offer training classes to the public. So.
Wow. So help me out with agility. What kinds of things, paces, do you put the dogs through in an agility park?
Well, if you've ever seen an agility field or an agility yard, it has all this great colorful equipment, and the tunnel that the dogs go through, and the ramps that they go up, and the jumps that they jump over, and things like that. But really, first and foremost, what it teaches the dog to do is connect with their handler, to make eye contact, to wait for direction from their handler. It also teaches these dogs confidence, because as they jump over the jump, and because it's all positive and happy, as when they do something great and they jump over that jump, they're applauded and given treats and things like that. And so it's really a great bonding and confidence builder for our animals.
Interesting. Now, on the mainland, there's competition.
Mm-hmm. And there's some competitions here. Maui Kennel Club has an agility committee, if you will, and I think that they put on some type of competitions here or like little matches and whatnot here on the island. But yes, you can definitely go to the mainland, and there is an abundance of agility trials that you can enter your dog in if it's at a place where it's ready for that.
Interesting. Now, will this field that you're creating going to be the kind that somebody could use to set up
yes,
an exhibition or a competition?
Yeah, it will be big enough. Okay. So we will certainly be able to do that. The field is going to be available. The classes are going to be available through Maui Humane Society, and we will have a variety of different trainers there to give lessons depending on the level that your dog is. So everything from beginner to more advanced level of agility. So we will also have that field available to our volunteers, who can take dogs out one at a time and spend some time with them and the equipment. So it's going to be great. We're excited.
Wow. And that should be ready for use later this year?
It will be. Let's see. Irrigation it's in process right now, and we're putting lighting out. So that's... And lighting is what's holding us up a little bit because of the permits. So,
that.
So yes, and then we're going to spray it with hydroseed. So once we get all that done and get the field sprayed, now we're just going to water it and wait and watch it grow. And so my understanding is once that happens, it's going to be about 3 months. So somewhere late fall. But if anybody who's interested, if they watch our website, we're gonna put updates on there. Yeah.
Now, several times you've mentioned volunteers using these various fields to take the animals out and work them a little bit and play with them and so forth. Volunteers is a big part of the Humane Society program.
Our volunteer program is essential. It's a huge part of our shelter. We are able to staff for the essential functions that our shelter requires. The care of our animals, the help that we give the community, the spaying and neutering and whatnot. Our volunteers, they pick up everything that's still so important that we're not able to cover. And first and foremost, it would be the enrichment for our animals. We do not have the ability to staff to have people on our staff to go out and play with our animals and walk them. And certainly they give them love and attention while they're caring for them. But our volunteers are really critical in the health and happiness, mental health and happiness of our animals. And they're the ones who take our dogs out and play ball with them and take them on walks and get the swimming pool out and fill it with water and let them play in the water. And yeah, it's great.
That sounds fun.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It is. In fact, we have this amazing group of gals, these volunteers that come in on Sunday. And that's just their day. They chose Sunday as their day. And their goal is to get every single dog out of their kennel on Sunday. And they do not stop until every dog has had time out of their kennel to play. So that's a
goodness.
great. They are superstars.
And so you have volunteers in the shelter every day. Then
We
sounds
do.
like.
Yes, we do. And we always need more. We have volunteers that help us in the front office, answering phones and handling dog licensing and data entry. And we have volunteers that hang out in the cat building and help socialize our kitties and help keep our kitty family rooms clean and whatnot. And volunteers that help behind the scenes and help put our newsletter together. And I mean, we have a need no matter what skill set or desire a volunteer might have, a person might have. If they have a little extra time, we have a place for them.
So your volunteer coordinator is busy.
Oh my goodness. She is busy. And she also takes on our foster care program. And at this time, we have over 80 kittens out in foster care. And all of those, and our foster providers, even though we provide everything, they always have questions, and then they need to bring the kitties back for rechecks and things like that. So that all requires scheduling and monitoring, and that doesn't even count the dogs that we have out in foster care.
My gosh.
So, yeah, so she's very busy, and she also manages our Beach Buddies program, where 2 days a week you can check a dog out for the day and take them on a field trip to the beach or whatnot. And so we love that program. And you can book that on our website.
So that sounds like something you have to kind of sign up for. And
you sign up for it, yep.
And go through some sort of maybe testing or discussion about
Well,
what you do when you do
they
it.
get a brief orientation, so a lot of information is on our website, and they can fill their slot. In fact, every day we get emails from people saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to be coming on vacation, or I'm here right now, and I heard about your program, and I went to your website, and it's all full." But right now, 2 days a week is all we are able to manage as far as staffing or monitoring that program, because otherwise we would have it 5 days a week. It's fantastic.
Wow. So they have pets that they've left at home while
That's
they're on
right.
vacation.
Yep.
And they want to show they want a day at the beach with a dog.
That's right. That's right. Or maybe they volunteer at their local shelter and they want that experience while they're on vacation, or like you said, they miss their pet. I mean, why wouldn't you want to give your love and attention to a shelter pet while you're on vacation? I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
And that sounds like a great program for residents too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I live in an apartment that doesn't allow pets, which is so sad for me because I'm a huge dog person. And that just sounds like a great program for me to spend the day.
Go to our website and you can sign up. No,
I will. There.
You can take the baby and go have a
Right.
great day at the
Yeah,
beach.
he would love it. He
Yeah, I
loves
bet.
dogs.
You know, and it's so funny because a percentage of those animals, and I don't have the percentage here with me, but a percentage of them get adopted by the visitor that is here.
Really?
And that and it's really heartwarming. This is a new program for us. I mean, I honestly think we're only in like the third month, and we've already had probably more than 5 dogs adopted by people visiting from off island that take them home with them.
And
So
they
love them. They
next
can't,
week when they go home, they've got
a souvenir from Maui.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Is there a certain kind of dog that is more popular than another for people who?
No, so
come in?
what we do, they don't get to go just choose any dog. We have our A list. You know, it's our Beach Buddies list, and these are dogs that we've determined would be good candidates for Beach Buddies, and so they get to go and choose off of that list. And we'll have a few small ones in it because some people only want the small, and some people would prefer to take the big ones out, and so we'll have kind of a mixture. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we try to match up the dog to the if it's lower energy or if it's higher, if you want to go running up and down the beach, we're going to give you a dog who can keep up with you. So,
Interesting. That's what a great idea. Take the dog home with you.
That's
Now that I shouldn't assume that they don't have a dog at home, or they are bringing a friend for their dog.
they either or.
Either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Look what we found on Maui.
That's right.
Woof, woof, woof. and then they have to get acclimated to
That's right.
to the other
That's
dog
right.
as well as.
And we give them a lot of
locale.
information as how to do that. And many of the people coming here are already dog savvy. They understand how to introduce a new dog to the dog that's in their home. But we certainly give them more information to help make that a successful transition.
Is there an age of dog that is more popular than another? Do they want a really young dog, or do some
So
want a
people
more
for our
mature?
Beach Buddies program?
Yeah.
Well, I think it really depends. I mean, it just, you have some people who the oldies really tug at their heartstrings. We don't send puppies out on our Beach Buddies program.
Right.
So that wouldn't be an option. Now, at the shelter, the puppies are definitely most popular and are adopted faster than the senior dogs. But as far as our Beach Buddies program, I don't know that there's a preference one over the other.
Interesting. We got to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Jerlene Bryant, who's CEO of Maui Humane Society.
Aloha from Pacific Source, and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in Central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and La Cantina folding doors. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are a Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380. That's 986-0380, or look us up online at packsource.com.
And we are back. I think I'm going to take the afternoon off. It's Wednesday and go do a Beach Buddy run. You think it's too late in the day to start, though, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You really kind of have to do it.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday? Gary, would you handle the show next Wednesday for me? Thank you very much. So if I'm not here, just come check a beach, and you'll find me with a dog. My dog won't go to the beach because the sand's too hot.
Oh.
He goes,
Yeah.
with his paws.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And he's getting that way about just the roadway because it's
yeah.
been so hot so long.
And he's got
And
little
he's in
sensitive
Kula.
feet. Yeah.
He needs booties.
Yeah, he does. His walk has become 2 houses up the street and back because that's enough.
Right.
And by then he's already kind of got the mouth hanging open.
So he's a low maintenance dog then. We would call that low maintenance
low
at
maintenance?
the shelter. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
But
my kind of dog.
He's a great TV watching companion, I bet. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes. And street watching.
Yeah. Yes.
He loves to sit in the window and watch through the door and everybody else walking their dogs.
Does he save you from all the UPS drivers and the mailmen and all that? Like, Mom, I kept them all away.
No, he saves me from all the people who walk their dogs.
Oh.
Or something, or call. I don't know whether he's calling attention to him or whatever. But it's always interesting because he can go through a doggy door just like that. I mean, there's no stopping, no checking to see if there's anything in the way. It's just jump off the bed where he's been sitting to watch out the window, jump off the bed through the hallway and out the doggy door in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
Agility.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
That's right.
And it's like, whoa, I hope nothing ever, sticks on that door because he's going to come back with a smashed nose. Anyway, you've got something that you started, about 2 months ago, I think you had the first MASH.
We had our first MASH, which is a mobile animal surgical hospital clinic, in April.
Oh, okay.
And that was specifically for dogs, and we sterilized 338 dogs in 4 days. So we were a little busy.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Now, you brought in several vets and techs and so forth from the mainland.
Yep.
There's an organization that does this?
Yeah, it's quite an undertaking. The reason that we launched this campaign is because of the overpopulation of animals on the island. We can't make more adoptive homes, and certainly it's challenging with so many people renting and so many houses not being pet friendly or pets being accepted. So our only option to decrease the number of animals coming through our doors at the shelter looking for homes and decrease the number of homeless animals on this island was to prevent pregnancies, prevent unwanted or unplanned pregnancies. And the only way to do that is through sterilization. And we had already been doing as many as we could do at the shelter, as many as we had capacity to do. And each year that's just over 3,000 surgeries. And so we decided to really ramp it up, and we started looking for resources and ways that we could do that. And one of those ways is by partnering with other nonprofits. And so there is a nonprofit on the mainland called Animal Balance, and they're kind of like a Doctors Without Borders type agency. So they helped facilitate additional veterinarians and volunteers and vet techs to come, and combined with them and our staff, we were able to sterilize quite a number of animals in just a short time. And so that was April, and then just recently so that was the dog one, and then just recently in June we had a cat clinic, and in 6 days we sterilized, actually 5 days, we sterilized 712 cats. So it was a combined, the 9 days of clinics, we sterilized over 1,000 animals. So.
Is there a reason for the disparity between the two numbers?
Why so many more
cats?
Well, yes. Cats take less time to fix.
Okay.
Dogs take quite a bit more time, even from check-in to the exam. We don't cut any corners, even though it's a clinic out under tents at our shelter. The quality of care and the equipment that we use and the drugs that we use are all the same as we would in our clinic. So dogs take longer, cats take less time, but the cats also had a trapping element. We were out there trapping community cats and fixing them as well. So we were just able to do a lot more, yeah.
Wow. So you've got another one now. This one is for dogs again.
We have one the end of this month for dogs. It's August 25th through the 29th. It's a Tuesday through a Saturday. And I believe Thursday is a day off. So it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. We have 9 clinics scheduled for 2016. And our goal is to sterilize over 4,000 more animals in those 9 clinics. And so what we are doing for these next 9 clinics is we are targeting zip codes on Maui.
Oh.
And there's a lot of data that has gone into why you need to do that to have a successful campaign and see less animals coming through our doors. So the area that we are targeting for these next couple of clinics is Kahului. We will always have a portion at every clinic. We're always going to have about 20% of our surgery appointments available to anywhere on the island, but 80% is always going to be restricted to our targeted area. So as of right now, we have 80 appointment slots still available if you live in Kahului. And I think what I haven't mentioned yet is that this service is completely free to people.
Right.
So.
Right. So people call and make appointments?
They do. They call and make appointments. Absolutely. And let us know what area you're calling from. And we'll give you the time slot and the day. But again, we want people, we're even launching a foot campaign for certain areas in Kahului where we have volunteers going out and they'll be handing out informational flyers. Mm-hmm. We want everybody in these areas to know that this is a service that's available, and please don't not take advantage of it.
Right. Now, along with the surgery that they get, there's also some other benefits to coming to the clinic.
Yes. So with this clinic, your dog will be licensed. If it's not already licensed, we will license your dog, and we will also microchip. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And we've seen so many stories lately about the microchips, and somebody found somebody's, was it dog or cat, after 18 months?
Oh, yeah. We hear it all. We see it. We don't just hear it. We see it all the time. So many people think that, oh, well, my pet's never going to get away. I don't need permanent ID, but they do. And I tell you, when you haven't seen your pet in a couple of years and you thought you'd never see it again, and when we call you and say, "Are you missing Shelby?" And people can't believe it. Yeah, people can't believe it. Yeah. So
that's incredible.
I mean, we had somebody who recently lost, I think it was their 18-year-old cat, and it turned up at the shelter, and because of permanent ID, we were able to reunite them with their pet. So
now that leads to the next question, and that is, if you move or change phone numbers, they need to be sure and tell you that.
They do. Yes, please. If you have permanent ID on your animal, or if they're tattooed here on the island, tattooing in the ear is very popular. Please contact the agency that put that tattoo and fixed your animal and put that tattoo and give them your updated information.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, I mean, I can't think of anything sadder than to have an animal there that you've got a phone number for. You call it doesn't work anymore, or somebody else now has the number.
Yeah, and if a pet comes into the shelter and we aren't able to get it's not a good number or whatnot, we will go out and put a door hanger. We'll go out to the address and try to make contact there. And if we can't make contact, we'll leave a door hanger saying, we have your pet. I mean, we do everything we can to reunite animals with their owners.
Hopefully a neighbor knows where you went or something. Yeah. Wow, that's fabulous. I can't imagine what that feeling would be like to have given up hope. And then there's your dog or cat. When you mentioned that the clinic, you got 80 spaces left for people in Kahului, are we strictly talking Kahului or Central Maui? Is it more open?
We are talking Kahului. What is the zip? I don't have the zip code with me for Kahului.
96732.
So it would be anybody who lives in the 96732 zip code. Yeah, and we don't know how long we'll stay in. Well, that Kahului will be our target area. It's going to depend on the need. Certainly for this dog clinic, it'll be Kahului. At the end of September, we have the same clinic for cats. Kahului will be our target area. Again, 20% of those surgery appointments will be from anywhere on the island, but 80% from Kahului. And then at that time, we will reassess. And it'll depend on if we feel like we need to stay in Kahului until we have a higher rate of sterilization there, or if we'll move on to another area.
Right. Now, is this the kind of thing where somebody can bring their dog in and wait, or do they need to come back later? Are we talking hours of time?
Oh yeah, no. You would bring your pet in. We would fill out the paperwork. Your pet, whether it's a dog or cat, is going to be examined by a veterinarian, and they're going to get a full history from you on your pet, and then you're going to leave it with us. We're going to give you an approximate time that we think your animal is going to be finished, but we're going to call you when your animal, because some wake up faster than others. They're like people. Some need more time. Some wake up and they're ready to go home within 30 minutes or so of their surgery, and some need 3 hours.
Wow.
So,
and it's not based on size or anything. It's just their makeup. Interesting.
Yeah.
So again, we're talking about August 25th, 26th, 28th, and 29th.
That is correct. And what I would like to just throw out there, if you don't mind, is that we are still looking for some volunteer help. Actually, doesn't have to be volunteer help. We're happy to pay. We're looking for vet techs, additional veterinary technicians or assistants that are able to come and help out on any of those days. Okay. So please contact the shelter if.
And they don't have to commit for the whole thing.
They don't have to commit. They can do it for one day. Yeah. Okay. We just, in order to do this volume of animals, we really need the help to back it up. So.
Right. So is there any difference between coming to the MASH clinic versus just going to your vet and having the vet do it?
Well, the cost.
Right. Well, big difference. Yeah.
Other than the cost, there's not a lot of difference.
The full workup.
Well, we don't do pre blood workup.
Oh, okay.
We don't do that and so if you have an animal that you think would be at a greater risk for complications with surgery, and that would be a senior animal or possibly animal, a bulldog or a pug or something that would have more restricted airways, then you might want to take. I mean, it doesn't mean we don't do those animals, but everything else is the same. These are high quality, high volume veterinarians. Very qualified people that are working on our animals, that are working at our clinics. But the only thing that we don't do would be like pre-screening.
Right. So these are full-time veterinarians that are out there working every day in their hometowns.
That's right.
And this is their opportunity to get out and see the world and
give
contribute.
back. That's right. Absolutely.
Which is great. Any last comments? Your half hour's up. I can't believe it.
No, just if you haven't come to the shelter, please stop by. We're open. Right. Our adoption hours are 11 till 4 every day, 7 days a week. And if you want to just come by and take a quick walk through or say hi to our animals, we would love to have you at the shelter. So
wonderful. And keep your eyes open, everybody, for the agility park, because that's going to be interesting. Is it going to be such a thing? I mean, are we going to have people pulling off the highway there to sit and watch people and dogs in the park?
Well, I hope not, because that might get us in trouble. But they could certainly come into the shelter park and then look and then watch.
There we go. Okay, stay off the
Yes.
highway. If you're gonna come watch, pull into the parking lot
That's
and
right.
come watch them one-on-one.
Yeah.
Do not block the highway in
No.
any way, shape, or form.
We don't want to be in trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to
Yeah.
see. I've
Lots of
never
changes.
watched anything like that, so I'm going to get out there and take a look.
Okay. You can
Thanks.
bring Scooter.
Yeah, you bring yeah. Oh, but hey, he's agile.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I
it.
mean, he runs
He's a
up
Jack
and-
Russell, right? Isn't
Part.
he? Okay. They make
Yeah.
excellent agility dogs.
Do they?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he can run up and down the steps like nothing. He can run around the corner and up on the bed one step.
See?
I mean, he's
Champion.
awesome. He's awesome. For being 14 years old, he's really
Oh,
awesome.
goodness.
That's
I guess so.
amazing.
Because he should be slowing down a little bit. And
Maybe not as a Jack
No sign.
Russell. They are like the Energizer Bunny.
really,
They just keep going.
gosh, well, that's what I think. One of these someday he's just gonna stop. It's gonna be all gone. There's no slowing down.
I hope
just-
that's a long time from now, Susie.
So do I. So do I. It's the last thing I want to do. Anyway, thank you so much, Jerlene, for being here and bringing us up to date on what's happening at the shelter and the MASH clinic. And folks, the phone number to call
Is 877-3680.
to make your appointment to bring your dog in for the MASH clinic. Wonderful.
Thank you, Susie.
You got it. Thank you for everything you're doing and the whole staff over there.
Yes, they're
I mean,
amazing.
We all know that one person can't do
Nope.
it. So
Not even
it's-
close.
very good. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're going to switch gears now, and we're going to talk to Polly McRoberts of Habitat for Humanity. We're going to talk about the Restore. 10 years.
Yeah, at our current location.
That's
Amazing.
incredible.
I know.
Doesn't seem possible.
Well, we've been there, and people are finding out about us. So
That's the good news.
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you been there, Jerlene?
I haven't.
Uh-oh.
No, I know.
We just put her on the spot, didn't we?
Uh-oh.
But you're renting, so you're not building or adding
No,
on
no,
anything.
no.
Except over at the... There must be some stuff at the shelter that the Humane Society could use.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have paint, and in fact, I think we've gotten you guys to buy some paint.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
We-
okay.
There's a connection.
I personally haven't been to the store, but I think some of my staff and our facilities supervisor has been over there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Representatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very,
That counts.
very
That's
good. Yeah. Well, that's the neat thing about the store. There's something there for everybody.
There is. There really is. And even if you're not renovating, we have. I go in there and I say all the time, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment that is filled to the brim, but I always find something that I'm going to buy. So it's definitely worth coming in and seeing what we have, because it's always a different selection, and we have everything from housewares to furniture. Maybe you just want to upgrade your furniture. You can drop off your old piece as a donation. It's tax deductible, and then pick out something new there. So there's, like I said, paint. We have tons of paint. There's always new things showing up. So even if I tell you there's something there today, it might not be there tomorrow.
Right,
So
right.
it's a good thing to stop in frequently.
And you do
because
have people who stop by.
Oh, yeah.
Not only frequently, but every day, I understand.
Every day. We have a lot of customers who come in every day. We have people who come in 2-3 times a week. And they're the ones who are getting the good stuff. So I always tell them, if you want to be there when the truck's backing in, and buy it right off the truck, because it's going to go fast.
I got you.
Yeah.
Any real deals? I know that Max was on one time. Max Tournay, who works with you guys, and he was telling about some bathtubs that were ordered wrong size for a hotel project.
And those are sadly all gone, but we got a lot of those. We get wonderful things from hotels, things that are even slightly used from hotels, or a lot of times they order the wrong thing, which is great for us. So we get huge quantities. If you're imagining all of the rooms of a hotel that they ordered a bathtub for, that's how many we got. And great quality stuff too. So that's something, if we get a huge quantity of something like that, a lot of times we'll post it on Facebook. We're always posting stuff on Craigslist. So that's a great way for you to, I say, kind of shop in your pajamas. Wake up in the morning, check the Restore Craigslist, and then come on down if you see something that you really want. And it changes. We joke, Karen does our Craigslist postings for us, and she can, she puts it up there and then she'll come out and it'll be sold already.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't hurt to call and make sure we have it, but stuff does go fast, and we price it to sell. So we really want to make sure that the inventory is turning over, that we're raising funds for Habitat, and that we're not a museum. So we want to make sure, other furniture stores, they can kind of keep stuff around for a while, but we just need the space and we need to turn it over. So it's all priced anywhere from 50. If it's brand new, we automatically take 50% off of retail. Some gently used things will take up to 90% off. So
Wow.
it's really good deals to be had.
Yeah,
there.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to take another break, but we'll be right back with Polly McRoberts of Habitat for Humanity Maui's Restore.
Aloha from Pacific Source, and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and La Cantina folding doors. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are a Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380. That's 986-0380, or look us up online at packsource.com.
And we're back again. We're talking with Polly McRoberts, who's the Restore Manager for Habitat for Humanity. And the show you're listening to is Maui Nonprofit Notes, the show that is on every Wednesday. We talk with executive directors and their staff about what's happening within their realm here on Maui. So with the Restore, I know that people talk about they'll go in and they'll find a door. Somebody has ordered too many doors for a project.
Right.
And so if it's an odd size or something, there's no place for it. They can't store it, so they bring it down to you.
Yep.
And you just never know who's going to walk in the door.
That's true. We've got
Pardon the
doors.
expression.
Come in the door, find a door. We actually, I'm glad you brought that up because we're having a door sale.
Are you really? And I did not
She
know
didn't
that. I
know.
did not, right?
I swear, I did not tell you. She's psychic. 30% off all doors today. Probably through the weekend we're going to do that. So, and like I was saying, we just need to clear out inventory because we can't stop stuff from coming in, which is a great problem to have. The community is awesome about donating. Local businesses give us pallets of brand new stuff. We're just getting new product all the time. So we will occasionally have sales to kind of clear out certain areas as they're getting full, and our door sale is busting at the seams. So come in and you can take 30% off any door, any size. We've got brand new doors, all sorts of things back there. So
In indoor doors, outdoor, exterior doors,
exterior,
everything.
closet doors, pantry doors, you name it.
I knew there was a better way to say the indoor.
Yes.
Interior doors.
More professional. Interior, exterior.
Very good. So 30% off the already discounted price.
Yeah, so they're already, if they're brand new, they're half off, and so then you take an extra 30% off of that, and then the used ones will go down to, gosh, what are we talking now? A few dollars.
Yeah, right. So
great.
now, do you deliver?
We do not deliver.
Okay.
We do offer free pickups of your donation. So you
Okay.
can call us, 986-8050, or you can also fill out a donation pickup request on our website. And we offer pickups throughout the island. We have different days of the week that we go to different areas. So we'll get you scheduled in for your day. depending on where you are. And then we offer curbside pickup. So as long as it's street level, even in your carport or a parking lot, we can go pick it up for you. And it's 100% tax deductible. And it's just a great cause. You're helping support affordable housing on Maui, which, as we all know, is not something that exists in abundance. So
That's yeah, you can say
as
that.
we all know,
Right.
So it's a great cause, and it's super convenient too.
Is there a minimum that needs to be out there to be picked up, or like
No.
if someone has a door?
No, yeah, we'll
Can they
pick
put
up
it
a
out?
door, and that's why we do the different areas
Right.
on different days. So we'll be in Kihei picking up, maybe we'll get 50 chairs from a hotel, and then we can come get your door, and then we'll go get someone else, pick up your neighbor's stuff, and
Gotcha.
everyone's happy. So it works out perfectly.
So I think one of the most fascinating things about your place is the screws and the bolts and the nuts,
Mm-hmm.
not the staff, the ones in
There's
the
some
boxes.
nuts there.
But just, I mean, you name it, you've got it. The size, the
Yeah,
whatever.
and it's a fascinating place because if you are creative or interested in building, it's not only a source of tools or products like a regular hardware store would be, it's kind of a source of inspiration because you go there and you find things that you weren't expecting to find, and that in a lot of ways can alter what your plans were, and not just because it's inexpensive, but because it can be some amazing quality product that you wouldn't have been able to afford otherwise. And we have lots of customers who find like amazing travertine tile that they were planning on using just the basic stuff, and then they find that, so they've just changed their whole plan. So
and probably pay less
Oh,
for
yeah.
this than they would have the basic.
definitely.
Wow.
So it's a great place, especially if you're starting a project. You want to check there first and kind of work with what you find there, because there's really some amazing things to be found.
In some cases, there's small lots of things, and in some cases, if it's been a big order that they can't use, there could be quite a quantity.
Yeah, and a lot of times we're getting whole pallets of flooring. We just had, I hate sending this out as a teaser because I think it's all gone, but we had the little stick-on carpet tiles, which are amazing and so easy to install. But we get things like that. We had a whole pallet of them, and really inexpensive. If you're looking to maybe just kind of update a smaller room in your house, we always have like 3 or 4 packages of laminate flooring for small areas, and then we'll also get a whole pallet of laminate flooring, so you could do your whole house with that. So
Wow.
it's really just kind of a matter of when you come in and what we have, but there's the whole spectrum. And whatever project you're doing, as long as you don't need it done by Friday, there's going to be probably everything you'll need there eventually to finish it. But if you stop in, there's definitely going to be something you need.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One time I was in there, and there were a lot of lamps.
We have lamps. And our lamps are really inexpensive. When I first moved to Hawaii, I don't know what it is about lamps here, but they are ridiculously expensive. So ours are only $5 at the restore.
Table lamps.
Yeah,
Just plain
a
old
table
table
lamp,
lamps.
because you need some light. You can't work in the dark, so come get a table lamp at the restore. Only $5, and we have lots of deals on things too. We'll have like 2 for $5, and it's a great place to find pretty much everything you need. So
It's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's if you've never been there, it's worth stopping by.
Absolutely.
And
And
don't
you'll be
plan,
hooked.
Yeah, don't plan on running in and being back out in the
Yeah.
car and out on your way in 10 minutes. It's going to take you a
Yeah.
while to go through and see in all the nooks and crannies of things, because you've got so much stuff. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and there's a lot to see, and it's kind of like a treasure hunt too, because we have such a wide variety of things that you're just gonna, like I said, you're gonna find things you didn't even know you were looking for.
Plumbing
So, take your
supplies,
time.
electrical supplies, everything from faucets to switches
Yeah,
to you name it.
granite. We have granite countertops,
Do you really?
sinks. Yeah, so wonderful. You can just envision a whole new place when you're there, and just make sure you bring help to load your own granite. I cannot help you.
You're gonna come up with projects you never thought you were gonna get involved in.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the fun part too. And then, you know, when you're working on your project, it's always good, even if you're buying stuff new, just keep us in mind when you accidentally bought a couple extra boxes of tile and bring it down, and then we'll resell it. You can feel good that your purchase is going to, or your donation is going to help our cause, and it's getting a new life on the island, because otherwise it'll go to the landfill. And I see all the time people come in and say, I wish I knew that you were here because I just took this to the dump. And it's just like the worst feeling. And so that's why this is so important, to spread the word that we're there. We accept donations of new and gently used materials, which a lot of people don't know what to do with building materials, because the resale stores they know about are mostly clothing or toys. So it's a great place to bring those things, and then they get a second life on the island. A lot of people are there just looking for deals, but some people can't afford to buy it new. So for them to come to the restore and get it at that discount really is a helpful thing for a lot of families.
So the restore is located where?
It is at 970 Lower Main Street in Wailuku. So we're just kind of across the street from Homemade Bakery, and it's a big gray building.
Food. There's always food on Actually, you've got food on two sides of you.
Yeah, we've got the CAA Marketplace.
Filipino food on the other side.
Oh, yeah. So grab your Filipino lunch and then come over and buy some lamps.
There we
Perfect
go.
afternoon.
And doors.
Indoors, right.
But we
Now-
also...
Go ahead.
We have some other things coming up for just fundraisers for Habitat. We're doing a Shop for a Cause. It's through Macy's, and you can buy a $5 pass. And then all day you get 20% off, 25% off of your shopping at Macy's. So if you're not a big shopper, I really don't buy very much. So if I do, I'm going to buy it all at once.
Yeah, right.
And if you know it's going to a good cause too, then it'll kind of help you feel good about your purchases. But you can buy those at the restore. So only $5 for a pass, and the date of the event is August 29th. It's a Saturday.
So do you get the $5?
Yes. So that is a fundraiser for
Okay.
Habitat for Humanity Maui, and then you get the pass, and you get the
You get the
savings.
discounts.
So, and
Wow.
you know, if you're buying at least $25 worth, you're gonna get it back in savings. So
Cool.
it works for everyone.
And
And we also have two other events. We have a bocce ball tournament. And I've been
third
seeing-
annual.
Yes. And I've been seeing a lot of bocce. It's getting more and more popular. I think a lot of people are catching on to how fun it is. But it is September 12th at the McKenna Beach and Golf Resort, which is a
moved
beautiful
it.
property. Yes. Yeah. So it's gorgeous down there. If you haven't seen, it's just a wonderful place to spend the day and help raise money for Habitat. We're doing, you can pay for a team of 4 is $400 for the bocce tournament. And then we also have our golf tournament on November 14th. And also a really fun day if you're golfing anyway. It's great to go out and golf for a cause. We have silent auction and a lot of great things. So
And that will be where?
that is at Kahili Golf Course. And that is $600 for a team of 4. But if you want to do both of them, you'll get 20% off. So that would be $800 for both of them.
Okay.
Normally $1,000. So it's, if you have 3 friends who are interested in helping out Habitat and having some fun, it's a really wonderful program, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So we're
Cool.
looking forward to those things.
Yeah, bocce ball. I remember when you did the first one, and it was kind of like, was this going to work or is this not going to work? Well, here you are with your third
It
one.
worked, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it is fun. It's a lot of people don't know how to play, but it's very simple and easy to learn, and they will teach you while you're there, so you can show up with absolutely zero knowledge about bocce ball and still have a great time and maybe even win.
Wow.
So it's
What kind of prizes have you got for?
you know what? I
Bocce.
don't know the details about that.
Okay.
I know they're going to be posting. If you go to the website, they've got a downloadable form. You can fill out your forms to enter your teams
Okay.
for both bocce and golf. And we'll also be posting more information about all the great things that are going to be going on there.
Cool.
So.
there's a silent auction with the golf, but not with the bocce.
No,
Okay.
I believe not. So.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I think that was the way it's been in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you guys are always busy.
Yes.
So much going on.
Oh, we got some houses to build. We got
Yeah?
to pay for them.
What's what are you working on right now? Is there a project underway?
We're in between projects right now, but we just finished beautiful 16-family condominium Kahavai. I guess we didn't just finish it, but it feels like we just finished. It was just a really incredible undertaking that we had lots of people putting in tons of love and sweat and tears, and it is a beautiful building that you should definitely drive by to see. But
it's on the back side of our project.
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
wow.
over on the
Your neighbors.
Moko House side,
Oh wow, great.
and you're on the Causeway side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's right on Kahavai Street. If you just go down into Happy Valley, it's the only 3-story condominium.
Right. Market Street. Go down
Yeah.
Market Street. You can't
Right.
miss it when you hit
And
the
it
waterway.
Yeah, and it is
Look to your
beautiful.
left.
So that's what we're working on. That's what all of these funds are going toward. Every time you shop at the Restore, every time you donate, you can know that it's staying here on Maui and it's helping people who need it most.
Right, with low-income housing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I think is so great about your program is that no-interest financing.
Isn't that amazing?
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
to be able to basically, if I can really quickly go through it, if you own a piece of property but you can't afford to build,
Right.
here's the way to do it. Sweat equity helps to get it built. You have a Habitat brings all their people together, and over the course of a few months, you get this basic house built. Like I said, low interest financing, and you can add on to that house as much as you want, as often as you want. And I've seen some really nice houses come out of that program.
Yeah, and our mission is to build simple, decent housing. So our goal is to eliminate poverty.
Right.
And a lot of people think, oh, are you gonna build mansions? It's not like the what's the Move That Bus show where they renovate these houses and just make it like extreme home makeover, and that's not what we're doing.
Right.
But we are building decent, really livable, healthy homes
Right.
for families to thrive in, and that is our goal. So, we're not making anything that's going to blow your socks off.
It's a roof over your head.
Well, and it's
four
a
walls.
home. We
Yeah.
build homes, so
Right.
I think that's kind of what we focus on, is making sure it's a healthy environment, and especially for the families and the children who come out of Habitat homes, their lives are changed
Forever.
remarkably,
Yeah.
and there are stories that will just absolutely
Right.
break you down. Because,
Next time we'll talk about some
Yeah.
of those. So we got to run
Oh.
for today. But Polly, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Again, the phone number for Restore is
986-8050.
and the address.
Our address is 970 Lower Main Street in Wailuku.
Wonderful. Thanks, Polly.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Maui Nonprofit Notes is sponsored as a community service by Pacific Source, the builder's choice. Give Paul and his staff a call at 986-0380 or stop by their showroom in the Waikapu Base Yard on East Oahe Way to see how they can help you with your building project. The Maui Nonprofit Directors Association's mission is to provide personal and professional support to nonprofit executive directors, their organizations, and the community of Maui. Please visit our website at mauinonprofit.org for a list of member agencies. Today we visited with the Maui Humane Society and with Habitat for Humanity and got an update on what their agencies are doing. If you heard anything today that makes you want to get involved with one of these agencies, give them a call or check their websites for more information on their programs. Mahalo for tuning in, and don't forget to join us again next week. Excuse me. Right here on Wednesday at noon on KAOI Radio, 1110 AM, 96.7 FM, 96.5 on the west side. I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific, and your host for Maui Nonprofit Notes. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great week. Aloha.